Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Mark Breland, and this is actually a question. It's still up in the air if Deontay Wilder will sack Mark Breland. It hasn't been confirmed. There's been talks about Deontay firing Mark Breland for throwing in the towel, from him saving himself from a beating. But the question I want to ask people is, did Mark Breland have the authority to throw in the towel? Okay. And let me, first of all, explain. A lot of people are mad. They think it's a conspiracy and they have other excuses. I don't have time to go through them right now. That'll be in other videos. But, of course, we know Mark Breland threw in the towel. But why did he? First of all, the way that Jay Diaz described the structure of his team, I would say he did, because they asked Jay Diaz, "Are you the head coach?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Okay, well, what does Mark Breland do?" He said, "Well, no, our team don't work like that. Our team works as though we work like a football team. We have an offensive trainer and we have a defensive trainer." Okay, so Mark Breland was one of those two. All right, so he did have some say-so in that fight. And Jay Diaz, the problem comes in is Jay Diaz told him not to do something and he did it anyway. But that was after more punishment was taken. The question is, you got to ask yourself, guys, if Deontay Wilder kept taking punishment, would Kenny Bayless himself stop the fight? That's the question you ask yourself, because a lot of people, including myself, thought that fight should have been stopped 2 rounds ago. Okay, so would Kenny Bayless do that? Okay, so I think if he gets fired, it would be because Jay Diaz told him not to throw in the towel when he asked him, but that wasn't when he asked him. He said moments later, Jay Diaz explained, he threw in the towel after a few moments later. Okay, so that means after he took more punishment, Mark Breland, being the offensive of defensive trainer, took it upon himself, doing his job, threw the towel in. You know, and I would say he has authority for that, because Jay Diaz really doesn't do much. He's more like a pep talk coach. You know what I mean? Yeah, I see Jay Diaz as a coach, like a high school football coach. You know, he looks like a damn coach that I used to go to my school, that teached at my school. You know what I mean? He fits that category. He doesn't fit the category of a trainer per se. So I don't really honestly think he has the qualifications to really make calls like that. That's why, of course, Mark Breland was brought in, because he's a boxer and he knows boxing. He's an Olympic gold medalist and he's a world champion. So he knows when and where to throw in the towel, and he did it, I think, at a right time, because, you know, Deontay Wilder supposedly had to go to the hospital, right? So he did that at a good time. So I think Mark Breland did a good call. So I think he did have the authority to throw in the towel. But will that throwing in the towel cost him his job? We will see. But anyway, guys, you guys tell me what you think about this particular video. Does Mark Breland, or did Mark Breland have the authority? Of course, leave your comments below. Please subscribe, and you guys can counterpunch. Peace.